Hello, my friends. This is not a regularly scheduled time. We just hopped on because we were a little bit sick this morning. In any case, we're going to go through SPY. We're going to go through Tesla. We're going to go through Bitcoin, and then I'm sure we'll have some Q&A by the end of this hour. So we did open higher in the pre-market. Attempted to establish support with some sidewaysy behavior here, and then erratic behavior into a low with a sharp drop into a low around noon. So our low was a little bit late, but we did have opportunity at noon opening up along, which you probably want to close if you're looking to do the day trade. I don't think I would wait till the close to close it. I would probably do it here. If you didn't do it here with the Princess of Wands, then I would say don't wait for the close. I'd probably take that profit there if you were doing a day trade. Hey, AV. Yeah, I'm feeling alright. My stomach's just a little weird. And then as far as Tesla's concerned, we've entered into that range that we have drawn off with these ellipses. We've entered into the range here where the prudent investor, the very, very safe playing investor of ESO MetaTrader, I should say the very safe playing ESO MetaTrader, as soon as we tap that price range, that will be an exit for a long position. See, and there at the end of October, that opportunity to open up along before this huge move to the upside. This drop here was a little interesting. That was on the 10th, right? The 10th? Well, this often indicates a drop, a short trade opportunity. It's not always a short trade opportunity, but often it is. That was on the 9th. Yeah, it looks like we were probably off a day on that sequence of events. I would be careful here, guys. Like, you could probably wait and we go higher if you wanted to wait into early November, but you know, the one year readings, you do need to get the timing plus or minus 2 weeks of wiggle room in some cases, and we've already kind of established the fulfillment of this exit, so it's not an awful place to get out. You could risk holding out for more gains, but I mean, a really smart trader isn't really concerned about max gain. They're concerned about taking a profit and entering in at a good place, exiting out at a good place, and then doing it again on repeat. If you try to get the max gain every single time you trade, you're going to end up missing your profits and taking losses more often than not.
Hey, it was luck.
Yeah, so I have this kind of circled off as a high. We likely open lower tomorrow with an unexpected move to the upside, and then probably a sharp drop right in that first half hour. There's a lot of nullified. We've got 3 nullified cards here, so super risky day to do a day trade. But that fool card at the beginning of the day could be presenting an opportunity. So we want to watch and see what happens. But what I would be very mindful of, guys, is that the 24th here is this Lover's card. It's a move higher, full retracement, and then we've got this Ace of Discs, which is a lot of price change mixed with the correlation to price swings. So we'll probably drop, and then we probably move to the upside again, back to these peaks. So I would say probably a drop tomorrow, and then a move back to roughly these price levels. Yeah, it gets really price swingy starting on the 25th, or starting today, really. On a multi-day scale, we should see a lot of price swinging going into the 30th. Can I guide an MCD and DE? Sure thing. Have I done a TSLA reading for November? I know there's 3 more Novembers that need to get edited and posted. But which ones they are, let me double check. Yeah, Tesla's one of the ones that still needs to be edited. So that'll be coming out very shortly, like within the next 2 days. It's XRP, Tesla, and Shibcoin. XRP, Tesla, and Shibcoin. And Google, actually. XRP, Tesla, Shibcoin, and Google still have to be edited, and then those should be out shortly. MCD and DE. If you're just joining us, guys, we just covered SPY, we covered Tesla, we're going to look at Bitcoin, we're going to look at MCD, we're going to look at DE, and we're going to look at Baidu and Boeing as well. If you're interested in asking questions, the majority of our daily live streams, majority of them are members only. It's $50 a month. If you're new to the channel, you click the join button on our channel and sign up for the supporter badge, and that gets you access to the members only, which is the majority of our live streams. We do occasionally do supporters only, but for the majority of it, it's members only at this point. All right, so I'm gonna take a look at MCD and DE, and then we'll get into. Matter of fact, let me get Bitcoin out of the way here real quick. All right, well, we're probably right around this multiple failed attempts to break through resistance. Most likely a sharp drop taking place from roughly these price levels. So if you were looking for opportunity to get into a short, I think somebody asked me yesterday, and I said, I mean, it's not an awful place, but you probably don't want to get into a full position. I might have suggested 25% of a position. This is where you would pull the trigger on the majority of the position. You might wait a little longer, but I would at least pull the trigger on more of a position here if you're looking to get into a short, because rule of thumb, if you're following these ellipses and you see the price level, we hit the target price level, or we hit a price level that's within the target range price level, right? But it maybe not doesn't line up on timing. It's still a good opportunity based on the price level to enter in. That might not seem obvious to some people. I don't know. It seems obvious to me, but obviously I created the system, so just point that out. You probably want to enter into, like, if you have 25% of a position, open up like another 50, and then if we hit that purple line, I would say complete the position. But based on what's transpired here, likely we have a trough tomorrow morning. If we don't see a drop to a trough by the end of the day here, probably in the morning tomorrow. We have a sharp drop and a big move to the upside, and a prominent trough, all correlating to the 26th as well. Oh, sorry, not beginning of the day tomorrow. A trough at the end of the day tomorrow, most likely. My apologies. But if you're in a short at this point, what we're looking to do, there may be an exit here on the 28th. But more likely it'll be on the 30th, and we're expecting to close out within this price range here. Matter of fact, let me move this up just a little bit. I like to play it safe, so I always go for the conservative area as my entry and exit. You make less gains on individual trades, but you win way more frequently, and that is the key to successful trading, my friends. And not to hit the top of the max gain on that crazy trade that you risked everything for, and it was like, oh, nobody saw it coming except you, and you made all that money really, really fast. No, my friend, that's exciting, but that's gambling. That's not trading. And easy come, easy go, my friend. So the way to make money successfully is to do it a little bit every single time just about that you trade. Sounds crazy, but not if you're conservative, and you make money way faster doing it that way. That's been my experience, been the experience of the people that I know, that I talk to regularly. All right, so MCD. McDonald's is one that in the end of 2023, whenever I was doing sector pickers, there was like, McDonald's was one that really was going to stand out. So it does look like it took off pretty well after a bit of a decline. It took off pretty solidly. We'll probably try to establish support here. Let's see what's going on. I'm actually a fan of McDonald's. I mean, I'm not a big meat eater. They're pretty transparent about, their health or lack of health of their food. Pretty reliable. They provide especially in New York City, they provide a cheap meal for people. Not something that you see often in in the streets of New York. Doesn't happen that frequently. So I think McDonald's is pretty great. You know, there's a lot of stigma about them. But I think if you've got stigma for McDonald's, but you're trading companies like Exxon, you might want to reconsider that perspective on the situation, if you follow my drift. All right. For the remainder of October, overall trend direction. So the halting of a bullish trend marked by a decline through key support. Five days left in October. So it looks like it'll be probably price swingy tomorrow, back and forth sidewaysy. I know sidewaysy isn't a word, but it should be. Everybody knows what I mean. Then we're going to be playing with multi-day resistance on Monday and Tuesday of next week. On Tuesday, if it may not be the same resistance on Monday and Tuesday, but on Tuesday we'll decline from key resistance and then return to it either on Tuesday or the following day on Wednesday. But it looks like the rally probably turns around around Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Yeah, so be mindful of this gap right here. Funny, mind the gap, but legitimately, there's a price gap here between roughly 279.46 and 281.91. So generally speaking, when you have a gap, it'll be filled in the near future. So let me see. It might even be filled before the end of October, so I'd be very, very wary of entering into a long here. Even though you've got a huge gap here, this one technically should be filled before this one is filled. Not always the way it works, but usually. Weird, I could have sworn I did the... This is a brief peak. The remainder of October, we see a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple supports. So I would be on the bearish side for this one. COUR earnings. I don't think I've done this one. Nope. Let's take a look. Or if you're just joining, we're taking a look at COUR earnings chart, the overall chart reaction to earnings, to this coming earnings today. We have multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. So overall, that's probably bullish, but like not by much. Like it indicates that likely that we don't decline much, but we're not gonna like break new ground for the most part. Maybe around that 781-ish. BIDU. What? How do I not have a chart for that? That's crazy. It's one of the first stocks I sold professionally as a stockbroker. Yahoo was the very first one that I sold professionally. But that wasn't my own recommendation. My first professional recommendation of my own was Apple a month before the iPhone. The first iPhone. Man, those were some cool days back then. Alright, so Baidu tomorrow, next week. Sideways rotation with a sharp drop that'll stand out in the sideways rotation. So it looks like we're already in the sideways rotation. We should see a sharp... Oh, excuse me. Looking at the wrong chart. Okay, sideways rotation with a sharp drop that'll stand out in sideways rotation. Looks like we just filled a gap. Did we just fill a gap here? Yep, we filled a gap. We filled a gap. Nice. So we're probably going to end up attempting to establish support around these levels here. So this does look pretty mixed, but overall, by the end of next week, probably to the downside. Might have... Looks like out of Mondays, there'll be like a decline on Monday or low on Monday, and out of that we'll rally into resistance on Tuesday and then decline from that resistance. Sideways kind of like price swinging, revisit a low on Thursday, and then another important bottom or trough on Friday. Boeing tomorrow. See, like, this is an example of what I mean by if you're familiar with SOMETA, like when we entered this price range today, technically we hit a price level within the range. We're just a little bit early. So this is the type of situation where you might open up a partial, and then if we go deeper into it, add to it. So sorry, guys. and then go deeper, add to it some more, right? Looking to open up a long position there. Tomorrow, pretty big move to the upside tomorrow. So hopefully you hopped into it. Either that or you got into a long here where we originally suggested to do so. All right. DJT from now till. All right, I have another special offer, by the way, I'm going to let you guys know about right after I do this last question for Dow Jones Transport. Is that Dow Jones? That's Dow Jones Transports, all right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, that's Trump Media. Right. Which, if you guys are following the news, my sense, and I'm not really following the news, but my sense that at this point we're probably starting to see a substantial, like, widening between the two opponents for president. Everybody was saying it was so close. It wasn't ever close. Hold on, guys. I gotta take care of these dogs real quick. Hermes, stop barking. Hermes. Come on, little guy. Why are you barking? Little goofball. All right, Hermes. This is Hermes' brother, Bijou. This is his older brother, Bijou. He's so cute. He's a little grump, though. He gets grumpy. All right, I'll put you down, buddy. They're literally nothing alike. And here's the superstar Hermes. They look so similar, though, right? So I just let everybody know on the Discord to take gains on Tesla for that multi-day trade. I'm not sure what happened to our entry ellipses, but I think I had to redo this chart. In any case, we copied these exit ellipses here. And again, it probably goes higher, but like a trader is concerned with the highest, the most probable places for entry and exit. They're not concerned with max gain. I say it all the time. It's a fool's errand to try and capture max gain. I mean, you could do it, especially with SO Meta, but it's not going to happen all the time, and it really, really, really will mess up your gains if you try to do it. All right, so Dow Jones, Trump Media. Price swings tomorrow. U-shaped dip on Monday. Fast sudden move higher Tuesday. A pop and drop Wednesday, a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple supports. On Thursday, a bearish price swings and/or a sharp drop on a multi-day scale that Friday. That I believe that's probably the first right there. Yeah, this looks like an extended rally. This is going to be an extended rally. There is going to be a sell-off at the end of the rally, so be mindful of that. But this does look like a sideways fluctuating rally on a multi-day scale, leading into probably people taking gains once he's elected, basically. Or I shouldn't say elected, but once he's won the election. I guess that's elected, right? Same thing. All right, so special offer, guys. If you're interested in the special offer, it's only around till the end of the week. You can get 6 multi-year readings for $600. Normally, it's $150 a pop. You can get, that would be, you would normally get 4, so you're getting 2 free. Buy 4, get 2 free, basically. And that's multi-year readings. So if you're new to the channel, multi-year readings. It's generalized information. You're looking at it from like the scale of a multi-year chart, namely from 2020 to 2029, identifying where we have the peaks and the troughs, where we have the highest highs, most likely, the lowest lows, most likely, and the best trade opportunities. With multi-years, because it's such a broad period of time, and each card represents 1 year of time, you have to give it plus or minus up to 2 years of wiggle room on the timing in some cases, but that's not such a big deal because the sequence of events is what remains accurate nonetheless. And when you look at a chart, you're able to determine where you are with pretty precise accuracy. Most of the time, you don't need plus or minus 2 years of wiggle room. Most of the time, it doesn't need plus or minus, but it happens. So that's something to be mindful of. In any case, you're interested in any type of alt, you're interested in any stock ticker or IPO or anything like that we aren't covering, this is a great way to capture a little bit of like an overview of it and get it kind of in the spotlight of the channel. So again, that's buy 4 multi-years, get 2 free. If you're interested in that, it's a special link. We'll send it to you. Just message me on the site, message me on Discord. A good price for IONQ, and then I'm rolling. This one flew. A good price to exit, I'm guessing, like for take a profit. Like this is a great example of something that would be a good idea to get a multi-year reading of, because that'll be able to tell us on like a multi-year scale, are we looking at new highs coming up, or have we reached highs here? You know, stuff like that. A good price. You could probably hold this into November. Like the remainder of October is likely to the downside, but November is looking like unexpectedly bullish for this stock. All right, my friends. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Next regularly scheduled live stream will be will be tomorrow 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time. Much love and appreciation. I will see you guys on the next one. And you know where to go. You know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I will see you.